Turn me up. That's how they do on the, I be watching the, where I need to be, the freestyle battle on YouTube. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the Vibe Controllers Podcast. Merc B, Cocky McFly, Fifth Child, out here.
Freestyle on this one day. I hope that's the day I take off. Well, listen, you can take off now. Don't tease me with a good time. BYE. Anyway, BYE. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Vibe Controllers Podcast. We are officially kicking off season 4.
Four of them things.
Make some Quattro. noise. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Make some noise for that. For season 4, episode 34. We are in the building. I go by the name of Cocky McFly. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with us. The person to my left this evening, that person is Merc B. Williams, and we are related. Say hey to the people, Merc. I am back for season 4 for the people. Babyface is the greatest songwriter to ever live. I am famous. Better than Stevie Wonder. Babyface. We can argue then. Alright. And also this season. Oh yeah. Alright. Come on, Jazz Daddy. Come on, get a man that boring ass introduction. Also this season, bitch. We have our good friend. You're gonna hear a lot more of him this season. He's gonna be tapping in. The owner and principal, if I can use the Jason Thompson term, of the BAC, the Broward Arts Center. Y'all give it up for Fifth Child. Fifth Child, say hey to the people.
Bonjour.
Yeah. Oui. Parlez-vous? Spaghetti, Grey Poupon, linguine. You went attack. We went for free linguine. Dang, I couldn't think of that real quick. Linguine? Linguine? That ain't me. GD? You remember that? GD? Mr. P? Mr. P? Alright, man, look. We don't know what the fuck we talking about tonight. This is the random episode entitled Merc's Choice. So and it's random. So we talking about whatever he want to talk about. So, shit, I don't know.
I'm with it. Let's get it.
Alright, we about to get it. And you know what? I like it. I'm with it. Let's get it. I like what he bringing to the table. You the missing link. Alright, y'all stay tapped in. Reason I'm sticking around. We out here. You better pay that, man. Alright, so we is back. Again, welcome back to the Vibe Controllers Podcast. Sponsored by Delta Dirt Distillery, where you can get the brand new tall cotton gin. You can get the sweet potato vodka, and they got a bourbon on the way. This is Merc talking. Officially sponsored it. Well, we got to shout them out, Kerry, so people can go and get stuff. Shout out to them. Eddie, we shout you out too. You sent some ribs up here. Man, what you talking about? That Rotel? You know what? The next thing we're gonna have on display is, I was gonna say some short ribs, but that was gonna bring back that terrible memory of Blue down with that pan of short ribs on his lap. It really did not happen like that. But anyway, tonight, man, we it's random. We back and super excited about episode 4. And so this is we were having a conversation prior to the podcast, and we were just talking about all things artist related, mainly like just professionalism when it comes to being an artist. I think, we got a lot of people who want to be artists or consider themselves artists, but it's especially for us. We all collectively and individually have obviously we're doing this project together. It's not the first thing that we've done together, but we have our own individual brands as well too. And we were blessed and still blessed and grateful to have people who paved the way prior to us, pour into us, and kind of show us how to be what it meant to be a professional artist. I think that is being lost on this particular generation quite a bit. Feel free to chime in. Actually, right where you kind of stopped, as far as like what we were talking about, and then we'll kind of piggyback on everything from there.
Yeah, because talent is there's no shortage of talent.
Absolutely not.
By any means, in Jackson specifically, no shortage of talent. But I think where people may be inspired from an artistic standpoint and know what they want to do artistically, they are not always. Maybe they're not. Maybe they don't see it modeled. Maybe they're not close enough to an established artist to know what kind of protocol and what kind of standards are set as far as professionalism. Like, man, if you're the opening act for a show, you can't show up an hour and a half after the show's supposed to start.
What? I don't even know what sense
that literally
makes.
happened recently.
Like a show you were on?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, just a show you weren't performing, but it's a show that you
right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't even get that. Like, honestly, Artist 101, like, show yourself easy to work with. That's Artist 101. Like, just show yourself to just be real. You want to be easy to work with.
Yes.
And you want, like, you really should treat every gig like it's the first gig. Like, you don't never know who gonna be in that building, who watching, or none of that stuff. That's where professionalism and all that stuff come in. Like, I am notorious for being late in general. I am. I admit that. And I don't need your amen and hallelujah either from the congregation. I don't need that. But now, if I don't be late when I'm booked.
Yeah.
Because, again, that ain't about me. These people are paying for a service. They want that service done at a certain amount of time. If an event starts at a certain time, I'm trying to be there at the most 30 minutes. But I'm trying to be there no later than 30 minutes prior. If I'm late, it's about communicating. Like, you just gonna show up. You the opening act. You an hour and a half late. We waiting on you to start the show. Cause, like, let me tell you, a lot of bullshit folk do like that in the city. They couldn't get away with that nowhere else. Cause what they would do, if you late like that, you bump.
Yeah,
we gonna start the show.
Right.
When you show up, you can go and leave. You straight.
And really, I see I don't know if other artists view it like this, but I personally view every gig like an audition.
Absolutely.
And what I mean by that is the way, like, my punctuality, my performance on stage, the way I interact with the sound guy, who is notoriously, in so many instances, is a jerk, but...
after knowing sound guys, I get why.
You get why they're jerks, because of what they go through with artists. But then it's like you have the opportunity to rebuild that relationship with us. Like, you know what, the rest of them might be like this, but Fifth Child, he's gonna do what he's supposed to do. He's gonna show up for sound check.
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna interrupt. But like, I perform for the next gig. Like, I'm on stage performing for the gig that's coming up. Because somebody in that room gonna be like, I'm booking. Yeah. So I'm already done performing for the gig I'm actually at before I even get there. That's already in my head. I also be trying to get them things, because I don't do stand-up comedy. I just host. So where I'm hosting gigs where they have live bands and stuff, I don't get a chance to do sound check. So I try to get there an hour ahead.
Check the
mic, because most times, as soon as I show up, they just give me the mic, and I'm checking it as I'm about to start, so I don't get that liberty. The other thing I really wanted to say is that, like, these are just people who be showing up late and don't have the respect, because that's the thing, you don't respect other people's time. Those are personal issues that you carry over into your artistry. Like, you probably like that in real life, where you ain't showing up on time, or you have this sense of entitlement where you bigger than the gig that you actually booking, where you not dressing appropriately for the gig. That's important. Like, you showing your audience, it's a gala. Put you on a suit at the least, because if it's a gala, you're supposed to have on a tux. But a suit at the least, but you pulling, or you got some type of event where you know some type of people are gonna be there. It's a grand opening or something. Like, why you pulling up in some jeans and jersey and stuff? Like, that's not, unless that's your brand, because I think that's important too. Some people got a brand, but at the same time, if you getting paid to do a service, then I'm pretty sure these people have a vision of what they want their thing to look like. So you got to follow along.
And to be honest, and everybody has their thing. I'm not here to tell people what they should and should not do in terms of substances. But you need to know there are some gigs that you show up, high, you show up drunk too, and it's like, or you show up buzzed too, and it's like, okay, cool. And then there are some where it's like, you are an idiot if you do that.
I'm talking about, you smell like
don't be wasted.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't. I ain't gonna tell nobody not to pregame. If that's what you do, that's fine.
Right.
That's your business. But again, it should be a certain level of professionalism to that as well too. Like, yeah, if you need that to kind of knock the nerves off or whatever,
right,
go on do that. I mean, I guess, but man, don't be showing up to nobody's shit slush.
That's why I said be buzzed, but don't be wasted.
Yeah, you out here smelling like it. Yeah, you in the car, speech slur, all this other kind of stuff. It's just, it's horrible. It's abysmal, is what it is. Then, go ahead. No, you good. Go ahead. I also think that's important too, man. We don't have, you gotta have these programs or have some things set in place where you got an accountability group of people that's gonna hold you accountable for this type of stuff too. And a lot of these folks that's going out here doing this, they ain't got nobody just saying, like, I'm thinking Coke talked about this a lot when he was on the show. Like, he got people around him that's just like, nah, that ain't cool. Like, that ain't what you need to be doing. Like, they holding you to a certain standard, and these people don't have nobody doing that because A, they probably don't even know what the standard is, and we just have to be around somebody who is on, quote unquote, or B, nobody was just there to kind of like guide and teach these folks, because they don't have, when I go back to like natural personality traits, because if I'm into something, then I'm gonna go study the people who are great at what I'm into and emulate that. Right? Like, Jason is a great businessman. Jason Thompson is one of our great friends. He's a great businessman. So I need to figure out, like, I ain't just finna go and do it because I don't know how to do it. But I need to figure out, like, what he doing so I can get to that level or pick his brain, or, like, and mentorship is important.
Yeah.
And very, very important. If you are an artist out there listening, get you a mentor. Get you somebody that you can sit down and learn from, pick their brain, where you can get better, and like do that. And get you a group of people where you can be like, y'all can bounce that type of stuff off each other. I think that's super important. Because if you think you the best thing smoking out there, I can't really tell you nothing.
And it's that, and then like I said, it's beyond your artistry, and it's your business acumen. Because if we know we all love the craft, we all love to create, but there are some of us that, and a lot of us will say, we want it to be our full-time job. We want to wake up and just be able to be artists, and that's it. And so that's possible, but if that's gonna happen, you have to wake up and be a businessman first.
Man,
and you have to put that hat on. You have to be willing to make the necessary tweaks to how you move and how you carry yourself, and that can be a reality. But there's some stuff you got to get over. There's some immaturity you got to shed to get to that point.
Facts. You your brand as soon as you walk out the door. I'm talking about
entrepreneurship in
Everything.
general. Like you got to be built.
and that's for sure. And I think I'm glad you said it, because that's a big deal. Like, you your brand.
Mm-hmm.
You the first person that people see it when it comes to your brand. Like, what you looking like, how you dressing, who you talking to, like, all that's important. And I had to learn that over time, and you just figure out you can't be
Who
in
you are
certain
on social
places.
media.
Yeah, who you are. Definitely now. Like, man, I be wanting to post some real, fucked up shit. But I'm like, nah, I can't do that, because, if I post 2 girls twerking on the page, this is what the Vibe Patrol is doing. Like, what other brands gonna see that? Like, oh no, that's not what we represent. So you gotta be like super, super careful about that.
But the wrong way to perceive that is like, oh, I can't be myself, and that's me being fake. If I,
folks don't understand that. Like,
mature.
you're not being fake. You're just making a sound business decision. That's exactly what you're doing. I mean, you can keep it real all you want to. It go right back to that Chappelle skit. Keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you can keep it real all you want to, but you can't. You're not exempt from the consequences that come along with that as well too. So you just have to think about the bigger picture. Like, everything ain't for everybody. You shouldn't say everything that you think. You know what I mean? You really do need a safe space of people that you can get stuff off like that, so you don't. Now, clout chasing is the #1 drug in the world now. So, everybody runs to social media and say anything and everything. And it really is just to get a response. And, you can be anybody you want to be on the maps. But, people just get, you can be whoever you want to be on there, but that ain't really who these folk be in real life.
right.
And that goes back to, your point about, being an artist and really what people want to be an artist until they gotta be an artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you think you want it because they see your fifth child and they see how successful you have been, and they want that. They have no clue how long it took you to get to that point. And as an artist, how you even feel like you still trying to get to a certain point or getting better.
Yeah.
And it's just like, everybody want the glory, man, but they don't want, these folks don't want to do no work.
And even creating systems, like they may see that seriously, man. Like, you may see some of these opportunities, I don't disclose like how much I get paid for shows and stuff like
Absolutely
that.
Not.
But wonder how some of these things take place. But you don't know that I'm 37 years old and I still rehearse a lot.
Yeah.
My lyrics are it's muscle memory by the time I'm on stage, because I'm always, I don't know about other artists, I listen to my music, man, all of
They're
the time.
rapping over the tracks. Oh God.
See?
I mean, but again, that's a
Name never
There's
made me like ever.
but that's a system that you have in place
Yeah.
that works, that leads to you being successful at the things that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these folks don't have those systems. They be getting high as hell before they shows, and they go out there and you be rapping over the tracks. It just be a lot. But
And it may
that's
be,
just
there may be a service or something that BAT can offer, like
Man,
artist
absolute-
mentorship,
that's-
like that,
that's
because that's a
exactly-
thing.
yeah.
That's because, like, we have this. I don't know what the word is. I'm just gonna call it like this artist renaissance, this artistic renaissance that's going on right now. Like, it's a real surplus, a plethora of artists in all kind of genres. Obviously, we just supported a few this past weekend, and man, and I was having a conversation with Monica, and she was just sponging it, soaking it all up, you know what I mean? And that's great because every artist ain't like that, you know what I mean, or teachable, or whatever the case may be, or willing to listen to somebody not necessarily that's another artist, but just somebody that's older, that's been out here and seen the world a little bit and kind of know what's going on. Like, I can help you to a certain extent. You know, I'm still figuring some things out too. But like artist mentorship, I think is something that's really needed here in the city. Like, especially for these young artists, like. Yeah, are these your habits? Okay, so let me tell you, if you're gonna have these habits, then you need to have something to counter this. You know what I mean? If you're gonna smoke and get high before every show or whatever, all right, so listen, this ain't, you gonna cap yourself. That's what you're gonna do, because you can only do these type of shows, these type of places, around these type of people. But you may have a gift that could open up rooms and doors for you to be in all kind of places.
And really, you get.
So you stun yourself.
No, absolutely. Because the people that, I mean, if we're just talking about from like a fiscal standpoint, the people that will a lot of times pay you the most have no clue about your art or what it is you do or how you do it.
They just heard from somebody.
They don't have a
need
clue.
this. They need this for your event. Hit him up.
So
he can do it.
They don't care about how talented you are. Like, is he easy to work with? Will he, you know, does he have, you know, crowd management? Like, okay, cool. and that's it. Like, and honestly, like I'm never a comparative sort of artist. Like, I think that there's a ton of talented people, and personally, if we're being totally transparent, I definitely think that there are people in the city who are better at rapping than me. Like, I'm not ashamed to say it, but where I think that I've been able to thrive, one is in consistency, authenticity. And then I also have diversified how I can make my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't show up to a show without a merch table. And so at the Devin the Dude show this past week, before I said anything, before I even got on stage, there were people coming up like, hey man, you know, so, you know, who are you? Who was Fifth Child? You know, tell me about this. Like, I never heard of you before. And there's people in Jackson. I've been performing here for about 20 years. And people like, 96. You know, right. And there are people like, oh, so you from here? And I'm like, yeah. People and then just from talking, but they started buying merch before I ever hit the stage. Complete strangers.
Because it's like, it's there. There's a product. It has a message to it. It has some type of vibe to it, no pun intended. But it's like, yeah.
But then after performing, then they're like, I get it. Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
And I think that's what, side note, I think that's what kind of separates you from other rappers. Mm-hmm. The performance aspect. That's super important. Because you booking Fifth Child because you know what you going to get when Fifth Child perform. It don't matter if it's 5 people, 5 million people. You going to get a Fifth Child show. Mm-hmm. And you can't get that with a lot of people when you booking them perform. You know, I think you and I'm pretty sure in the same category. Like, you and Coke are 2 people who kind of touch folks emotional. Mm-hmm. It's different, right? You feel them lyrics because y'all believe what you talking about,
right?
And that comes across. So yeah, but that's the real interesting that you would say you know you're not the best rapper, but
yeah, because I mean, like,
typically a rapper would say I'm the best rapper.
It used to be a lot more important to me. I'll say that it used to be a lot more important to me when I wanted to be the best freestyler. And then I started realizing that even the music that I listen to, I think that there are a lot of people who rap on paper better than Jeezy. But I personally would rather listen to Jeezy than J. Cole. That's me. Yeah. You know, that's me personally. It's just like, because I started seeing artists that I respect lyrically just not make good music.
Yeah.
Makes it that I just didn't care to listen to.
Honestly, and you know, we'll take a pause now, but I think that really unlocks a new level in your artistry when you you become self-aware as an artist. Like, for you to say that lets me know that you are aware, like you completely know who you are as an artist. Does not mean that you're not going to continue to ascend and grow and evolve. You are aware, though, and that's important, because really it ain't about who better than who. It's about when you get on that stage, you know that when you do you, can't nobody do you better than you. So that's really what's important. It ain't got nothing to do about, like, you gonna always show up as your authentic and best self, and that's gonna always be enough. And so I think, that's big, to be self-aware as an artist, because, like, you gotta just know when some shit suck. You know what I mean? Like, some jokes ain't funny. I can't, like, that one sucked. You know what I mean?
And now if you ask me, like, I mean, just to be clear, like, I believe I'm the truth, like, without a doubt. Like,
but again,
I believe I'm the truth without a doubt.
But you have to be confident to say that. To say that, you have to be confident in yourself to be able to say that.
Look, I'm objective. I'm objective at the end of the day.
And all of that shit is who better and all that's subjective.
Right,
So,
that is subjective.
Yeah, all that shit's
right.
All right, we back. Once again, man, this is, the start of season 4 of the Vibe Controllers podcast. Yours truly, Merc B. Williams, speaking right now. And we got Cocky McFly in the building along with the homie Fit Child. So it's Merc's choice. And as always, like, if you follow me on Facebook, I always post these randoms. It really do be random stuff. It's whatever comes out. So I'm gonna just throw something random out there, and we just gonna go. We're gonna try to keep it lighthearted though, because we were preaching a lot in the first part. You know what I'm saying? So we, the offering been took up now, and so now it's time to play in church. So I'm gonna throw something random out there, and then we just gonna, you just tell me how you feel. So actually, this was inspired by Cocky McFly's post. I just saw his post, and listen, man, because I really wasn't even thinking about that, but it really, because I like fine women. Let me tell you, actually, I like women. They all fine in some way, shape, or form. But he posted Jade, the group Jade.
Yeah.
And man, I really don't understand why they didn't pop more than they did, but because they was all fine. And that's, it's rare. It's rare you get a group and everybody fine. It's usually just somebody that look the best and then everybody else like, I'll tag her. But, All right, so random 90s crush and why?
Holly Robinson Pete.
Holly Robinson
Pete.
Buddy face. I get that though. Girl from In Vogue, they sisters done.
Yeah. Who? Not Dawn.
Not Dawn.
Terry.
Not Terry. I think that is Terry.
With the curly hair.
That's the Terry with the short.
So it was Dawn,
the one,
Cindy.
Not Cindy.
No, it wasn't Cindy. Cindy was bad.
Holly In Vogue.
Cindy she was fantastic in Juice.
No, she was not.
She looked fantastic.
Wait, huh?
Not Cindy. Not
in Juice.
Terry.
Cindy was in Juice.
Was Q's girlfriend?
Q's girlfriend.
Terry.
That
Ellis.
might be who I'm talking about.
No.
Who's
Terry Ellis.
Terry is Holly Robinson Pete.
Holly Robinson Pete. They
I did not know that. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. Like,
nigga, that's so random though. Like Holly Robinson.
All the
90s.
Holly
Robinson Pete. I ain't taking nothing from Holly Robinson.
I can't tell you why, but she
that.
was. But I think what started a lot of stuff for me, man, do you know I was madly, like, deeply in love with Janet Jackson. Particularly the If and Again.
The Velvet Rope album.
No, I'm talking about before that, the Janet album. That's the way
Janet
love goes.
Yeah, when
so
she finally came into that fame, she
really
just
Indian thing.
So then anybody who resembled
I wanted to be at that
Janet Jackson to me, oh my God,
it was some bad. Was
it was
J-Lo in that video?
Was she?
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, for sure. Anybody who had like brownish curly hair, like reddish brownish curly hair, I was in love with them. And I didn't notice it until later that it's because they reminded me of Janet Jackson in that.
So Holly Robinson.
Holly Robinson P.
Wow.
She got a cute nose.
I mean, I ain't seen her.
I ain't seen her.
She got a little work. Look like she has some work.
done.
She still look nice though. I mean, they still riding still look.
Yeah, well, you know.
Still together. They had a really interesting show on Peacock. Something about the Queen, the dating show.
But
Oh wow.
it's
They
also
host.
because everybody says Jada Pinkett. Everybody says Halle Berry. Everybody, it's like I like obscure.
Hey man,
Like-
hey, Lila Rashawn, she had a run in the '90s too. She was
Yeah.
tough. There was some tough ones came through that there.
The chick on the principal on the Steve Harvey show.
Man, what's
Wendy
Wendy
Raquel
Raquel Robinson. Yeah,
That's her?
yeah.
was real nice.
She was nice too.
Yes, please.
Kagi, who would yours be?
You know, there's so many of them that I had some good alone time with.
Dang.
Not that alone time.
Y'all niggas were young. Don't act like
I wasn't jacking up the sitcoms.
Hey, shout out to Real Sex on HBO. Let me tell you, the Miss Black Nude pageant. Oh yeah, them some of the best episodes.
we do not condone that on this episode.
I do.
Podcast. We don't.
It's Merc's choice.
Man, I don't know, man. It was a lot of people. If I'm just talking about like somebody who was like stunningly beautiful, two people, Rachel of Caribbean Rhythm.
Oh,
God,
Lord,
no.
yeah.
She was just like, and then you got that accent. It's like it was just ooh, and Ananda Lewis.
Ananda Lewis still bad.
Ananda
She
was
is
so
still
fine.
bad.
Dude, you got that natural black woman with this array of intelligence, and she also she just was amazing. Cause I'm just naming people because I ain't really had no like one, but I'm trying to name people that folk didn't really just like.
Yeah,
Who,
I'm saying
like
some more.
Reagan Gomez,
Reagan
Preston,
Gomez Preston.
Yeah.
super bad.
Yeah. Essence Atkins.
Essence, I love her now. Essence, if you ever listen to this podcast, I know you ain't have no more babies, but we can figure it out.
Essence.
Man, you know, you got to put Lark Voorhees in there.
I would
Because
agree.
Lark was bad, man. Lark looked good. Man, I'm trying to think. Now I typically wouldn't have said this, but I forget her name. What's Laura Winslow real name?
I would not say that.
Man, I wouldn't say, but I watched like a little clip from the episode, one episode when New Edition was on there, and she came on the stage and was dancing with Stefan, and I was like, she not Myra bad.
Myra.
Oh yeah,
Myra.
Myra. They slept on
She
Myra.
was bad.
Yeah, she was
back
super
in,
bad.
She was bad back in the day. So
Myra was on Cosby Show, wasn't it? She was Justine.
Kim Fields, that whole I
Alexis
loved her.
Chipfield.
I love Kim on Living Single. Loved her. Like she was just she bad to me. I'm trying to think, man, so many of them.
You know what? I know this ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I would never forgive Family Matters for letting Eddie sing with Tracy Spencer. I never forgive them.
Tracy Spencer wasn't attracted to me, but she was young and cute. But I ain't never really liked her.
Man.
But Eddie sang.
Tracy Spencer, like she had
Eddie
the
sang with
personality of
everybody.
this wall right here.
He sang with Shanice, who was also very
Yeah,
pretty.
very,
She was covered up though, but she
Man.
was still fine.
Yeah, Flex got her.
Man,
Flex
it's some
gonna
other
sold
people.
that up
And I
fast.
posted Jade today because Jade, they were bad. But I just feel like when you talk about 90s R&B, because 90s R&B was like, it's so much 90s R&B that's so dope and it's hip hop inspired. It's like a whole bunch of people that you don't even really talk about. I ain't even mentioned Neil Long. But
God.
You know what? But
But-
who else doesn't get enough who people don't talk about enough is Karen Parsons.
Karen Parsons was
because
good,
even her on Major Pain, I was like, she's gorgeous.
I was gonna say Tatiana, but she wasn't
really grown yet. She didn't really hit her peak until maybe like late 90s, 2000.
You started to see like, it's so many. Shout out to the 90s, man. It was just a wonderful time for black
Regina King,
black women, just beautiful black women in the 90s. I mean, you know, I love me some Smooth, fam. The rapper, Smooth. Y'all remember Smooth?
No.
Yes, you do. She rapped on something. Man, what was the track Smooth rapped on?
Speaking of fan rap,
Ooh, a fan.
what's her name? She Soleil rapping. She did rap, and she's so fan.
Patra was fan.
So, you know, David Dennis Jr. has a podcast, Rap Storage, and he recently interviewed MC Light, and she looks amazing.
Still look good.
Damn, Smooth bad.
I told you.
MC Light looks amazing.
Smooth is beautiful.
I told you.
Remember Smooth?
Man, you do. If you look it up, Smooth. Look up some songs. MC Smooth. Look up some songs that she was on. She had some.
Oh, she got that arm tat.
She had
Speaking of fine females, man,
Yo-Yo's all shit in my eyes.
Man, she did the body roll all the way through. Don't play with my yo-yo, and I was here for it.
From Diggable Planets.
Oh, Ladybug Mecca.
Yeah.
We say fan or just very beautiful.
She spoke to us because, you know, we didn't have a lot of her in the stuff that we like.
Cause this was real baggy clothes type era where you ain't really see a lot of.
Cause I mean, if you showing up at the tribe parties, you ain't trying to holler at none of them. And then you see her and it's like, yeah, you know. They using natural deodorant. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Aluminum free deodorant.
You know, they showing us smelling like mustard knock chomper.
Y'all typecasting these niggas.
Then you see her, she come out there.
We know.
Yeah, right. And she come out there rapping like, oh, ain't she pretty? She got these curls with the little part. Like, all right.
And you ain't getting like Robert with crystals.
Bruh.
I ain't finna get into that.
Baby, do you know about amethyst?
That's a whole nother conversation. I ain't even gonna get into that. You not finna. I'm not finna fuck around you. You got rocks.
What's that? We the same stone.
Walking around with these rocks in your pocket. I mean, that's cool.
Listen, when locks really got popular, they started putting the little bead, little stuff in your locks or whatever. I don't know, man, but that was she represented. Because you know who else was really pretty and fine, but you could never see her body? Moni Love.
Absolutely.
Moni Love.
She's very, very pretty.
Oh, Selena.
Very pretty.
Selena.
Oh man, let me tell you,
Selena was bad.
Selena was tough. Selena was tough.
Buckets. You hear me? She was tough. Fuck you, Yolanda.
Man, Yolanda, you took Selena from her.
Cause Selena was gonna be, she was legit gonna be on Beyonce level.
Oh yeah,
like
she was the next.
She was
the
gone.
One. She was gonna be the one.
And I didn't even.
She out here singing in 2 languages.
Like that.
I mean, I didn't really follow until after the fact. But
she was so big and.
But she had been doing. But she had been doing a bunch of albums that was strictly Spanish. And then she had just like, all right, we finna cross over. And once she did that crossover record, you know, right ahead of the time where Yolanda was fucked her up and shit.
Yeah.
Like she was finna blow, nigga. She was gonna be like Celine Dion. She was about to be out here. Mm-hmm. And like, people just knew Aaliyah. I don't know why I ain't say her. Cause everybody love baby girl. Didn't sing the word for damn, but I ain't gonna say that. She could sing.
No.
Aaliyah can sing.
Man.
She can actually sing.
Nigga, if she can sing, Macy Gray can
so
sing.
if let me ask you this then. If Aaliyah can't sing, can Sid from the internet not sing? Because their voices are actually like they have the same voice.
They both
really listen.
That's another debate we can have at some people got it, just because somebody may not sound a certain way to you. There are people can sing. Like Aaliyah can sing. She just had a very distinct voice. And a lot of that had to do,
sound good.
and a lot of that had to do with like the beats and stuff that were being made for her, and it just fit. So she can, and then you,
That boy Ira was out there making them beats for her.
but you hear her live, you can hear her sing. You know what I'm saying? Now you ain't. Now is she Shirley Caesar or somebody?
No, he definitely not. I'm gonna tell you who couldn't sing, but she fine. Amy Reed.
That's another. That's
Nah.
see, she can sing
She
too.
just, yeah, she makes, yeah.
Anne Marie can sing too. She can sing.
You know, I mean, I know where I'm kind
So,
of taking
alright,
a detour.
so can Ashanti
but-
sing?
Yes. Is she a great singer? No. I'm saying
I guess everybody can
but
sing.
we talking
then, I guess.
but no, but you asking the question, can they sing? The question should be, are they good singers?
But you know, there are people who are
Man.
good singers whose music I do not care about
Ab-
at all.
I agree with that.
I don't care about it at all.
Alright,
You will never
who-
hear me
like
say
who?
that Jennifer Hudson can't sing.
Oh, but
I think
don't-
Jennifer Hudson
I couldn't
has an
tell
amazing
you one
voice.
song she got. I couldn't tell you.
Gun
one.
to my head.
Listen, I'm going to see the King.
I'm got you one.
I'm out.
Living in the spotlight. Yeah,
Oh, I don't even-
I'm screaming
listen.
that.
I'm telling you.
Listen,
That's all I
the
got.
remake.
I dream of.
I ain't got
I
damn
ain't gonna
fucking-
die, goddamn it. I
Cause
remember
like,
something.
cause you know she came out and she was like, she said she wanted to have a versus battle with Fantasia. Baby, that ain't what you
Oh, my
want. You
Lord.
don't want that.
You know, you don't. But she can do dream girl stuff. She got some stuff she can do. She does, but it's more. This is more publicity. She'll get the girl to come on her show and pub it, and that's smart from a marketing standpoint. I see what
Y'all
she
walk.
doing. But yeah, it's like certain people, like people have skill sets where they can do something. That's just like, folks who can rap, but they ain't good rappers.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's all I'm saying. Like these
Bruh.
people can sing, they're not good.
Well,
I think-
I'm asking the question in the context of is that person a good singer? Like,
Well, just what I'm saying, because I don't want to say, just like, can you sing? Nah, yeah, they can sing, because them
nah,
people
if I'm
can
saying
sing.
can you sing? I'm asking do you sound good when you sing? None of these people
people
that
love Ashanti.
So Carrie, do you think that Rihanna can sing?
I do think that Rihanna can sing.
Let me.
I don't think she sings, but I also don't think she sings. I think she does more of a, chanting type, traditional type stuff like that. I don't think she's in the booth like literally, singing. But again, she doesn't make music to where I'm trying to get.
So
Like-
that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. It's like if we were making music to be, man, we're all over the place with topic.
This
If
what
we
randoms
were,
are.
If we were trying to have a discussion about being the most technically skilled, then all of us would have to say that Eminem was our favorite rapper.
I see where you're going with it. Yeah, I got.
If that's what the conversation was about.
because you talking.
There are
about,
not many people that are more technically
Yeah.
skilled at
okay.
and when
rapping.
when he freestyles, you really hear how. Because I'm not a fan of Eminem songs.
Me neither.
Bruh, I have 2 Eminem
I'm just
albums
being
that I
honest.
liked, and
it ain't-
it was the first
I'm not
two that I
hating on
didn't
it.
care about.
Role
anything
Model, I
after that.
think, was the best song.
I'm not hating
My
on
favorite
him,
song,
but
by
I'm
him.
not a fan of his songs. But when he goes, like you put him in a booth, he get to freestyling, you can see where he just like, oh, he there. Like, and other rappers will tell you like, oh, that nigga, like he is, like he is who he say he is.
But but once again, I know it's subjective, but I don't care for his music.
Me neither.
I don't care for his music.
And that's just not my vibe. Like, I ain't.
And I mean, not we're comparing people like that, but I think personally, in my opinion, that Jill Scott is a better technical singer than Erykah Badu.
That is a true
That
statement.
is a true statement.
I absolutely enjoy Erykah Badu's music more than Jill Scott's.
And I get that.
I get that.
I've seen them
I
both.
don't agree.
You don't agree?
But I do not agree.
I've seen them both. Oh, I definitely love Erykah more than. But I gravitate toward to it. But I've seen them both live.
Yeah,
they are
both incredible performers.
phenomenal performers. They both are. They people try to compare them, but they really different. Brandy and Monica.
Mm-hmm.
You know, personally,
I don't know the voice
you know, Brandy can sing folk under the table.
under the table.
But people resonate. Monica is more, you know, with the folks. 'Cause
Yeah.
Monica is with the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but they
Speaking
both
of that,
are in their own right.
Pivoting. Male R&B. Is it dead or alive?
I don't think it's ever gonna die. It's just different. It's not dead. It's just different.
And yeah, I definitely wouldn't say it's dead. I wouldn't say it's dead. I would say like you said, it's evolving, because the last male R&B vinyl that I bought honestly was Daniel Caesar.
And so, see, that's that. And I think we're at an age where we remember R&B music.
Right.
So a lot of these people who listening to and we talking about traditional R&B, like from where it was in the 80s, the 70s, because it was more soul influenced. Then you got to the 80s where you had that wave of, like, especially male R. You got Freddie Jackson and Keith Washington. You got all these people,
James Ingram.
like everybody, like a wave of R&B, but it was more that
Peebo.
sultry. It was more that sultry, you know what I'm saying, crooning type music.
Yeah.
Then the 90s came, and it's now it's more sexual and explicit, but they still got singers though. You know what I'm saying?
So,
And then
I
now,
consider New Jack R&B.
yeah, it's R&B for sure. All of it it's hip hop influence, but it's R&B. But yeah, all that to say, now you fast forward, and Chris Brown probably was one of the first he probably was the first of what is now this form, because he was kind of doing some little here and there stuff, because his first couple albums were like heavily R&B, and then he switched to like more poppy stuff, and then kind of excuse me. And so now you got Daniel Caesar, Lucky Day, these type of people.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Lucky Day. Yeah.
You got all these type of people. What's the boy named Bryson Tiller, who really ain't a rapper. He's more of a
trap soul.
Yeah. So you got these type of folks. This is their version of R&B. We listen to it. We may vibe a little bit, but it's not what we're typically used to. I think the difference between, in my opinion, this R&B, this form of R&B, and what we grew up on is that what we grew up on is timeless. What they doing is real, like, it sounds good now, but what's next?
I ain't playing no Pretty Ricky.
No. But is it
They do got
will
some
time
jams,
tell though?
But I ain't playing.
I think so. I think so. And I mean, like the stuff you played earlier, like that's legit R&B, but I vibe to that because it's got like some elements of hip hop and maybe some jazz stuff like that. And I think that's the difference too, because we're looking for people to do things, and a lot of these folks didn't grow up. Music is totally different now. Like you can just go do music and not ever have been around it growing up.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like you was in church, you started in church,
Right.
You went to getting in bands and groups. Like you were really out here. Like there was a system of development. Like now, you just you can go buy some electronics. I want to do some music.
That's exactly what my brother Satchel Paige, has said before. Like people, when they grew up in church, you're performing 3 times every Sunday. You're going to rehearsals a couple times a week. Yeah, that's just
not count revival, and especially if you're a preacher kid or something. Yeah.
and then like programs at school, like you're really putting in those 10,000 hours of practice, you know, so that when you get in a studio setting, you have these people that have been like, it's been almost like military style training in their craft leading up to that.
And that's why, you know, I was watching the Isley Brothers, Tiny Desk, and man, people like, man, still going like, what they gonna, this all they've been doing since the 50s. Like, this is all that they've done. Like, they was doing doo-wop. Like, this literally is all that they've done. They play music, they know, like, this is all that they know. And again, so this their life. They're pros at this. So they can, you know.
Like, I don't know how to be no accountant.
Yeah, I don't know how to be.
I don't know how to.
These
you know
folks,
what I'm saying?
these folks,
never had no job.
I'd be no dental hygienist.
Yeah,
That's
when
like,
they started
sing.
singing, wasn't nowhere to go but the factory.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So
And then what we gonna do? Sing or be a car, man?
nah, we finna sing because we gotta make it. And so now
Thank
you
you,
got cats
Cal.
who they'll go to high school and graduate, go to 2 years of college. And let me just get this machine and make me a beat. Now I'm a beat maker. All 5 beats sound the same, but this what these people like, and I drop like a little shout out over it.
And there are pros and cons to it, because what you also had then was there were places in middle America and, you know, that didn't have access to record labels and to worldwide distribution like that, to where now you may hear, like, Janelle Monáe's from Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how would we have heard about her unless she moved to somewhere else before the what's the word I'm looking for? Before everything just kind of exploded and the world shrank, because you had control of your production. You could do it. You could cut a demo in your bedroom.
Yeah, so
The stuff Billie Eilish and stuff and her brother Phineas done, like, in the bedroom.
all them groups was living in Cleveland back in the day. Y'all doing this in Cleveland? Oh, we all gonna move there. Like, we ain't gotta go to Atlanta or these other places. Like, nah, this is where we live. We gonna do our music. Shoot, Teddy Riley, who was in Brooklyn, he's like, all right, I'm gonna go to Virginia. Ain't nobody in Virginia. I'm just gonna go. Build me a studio. Boom. It's like, then you gotta go. They're just spots now, hot spots now. So all the artists from Chicago, LA, or Atlanta, or DC, New York, like, find a couple from New Orleans, like Memphis, heavy, because that's what they do. So now that you like, we know people in the industry from Mississippi, but they ain't on that level. It's like they trying to work their way up.
Okay, cool. This is it. The end. Nah, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. It's exciting to be back. We excited to be back, and we got an amazing season planned for you guys. So make sure you're following everything. That's the Vibe Controllers on all social media platforms. That's Facebook and Instagram mainly. If you want to follow our social media platforms, make sure you follow us on all streaming platforms as well too. Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Apple Music is on the way, OTW. So it's on the way. So you'll be able to follow us there as well too. Make sure you click on that link tree when you go to the link in the bio and on all social media accounts. We have the link back up right now for our t-shirts or merch that's available, so you can still get the Juneteenth joint. Even though you won't get it for Juneteenth, you'll still have it for any other black holiday that's coming up, or even if you just want to wear. Got the classic gray tee as well too. So make sure. How long we gonna keep it up?
It'll be up for a week, so by the time you listen to this, it'll be Thursday, which means you have 2 days.
Gotcha. So yeah, you're gonna have 2 days from the time this drops to go and get you a shirt. So make sure you go to that link and get you a shirt. Also, while you on that link, please click on that link, grab your tickets. We have an amazing show coming up. We about to guerrilla promote that thing soon, but we need y'all to show up and show out. We are collabing with our homies, the 601 Live Band.
and the good people over at Center Stage, man, doing 601 Vibes. So myself, along with Cocky McFly, we gonna hold it down on the hosting. 601 Live. If you never seen these guys perform live, they really are amazing, like really, really amazing, and really coming into their own as a band. So they gonna come and they gonna turn the joint out. It's gonna be it's BYOB, so you can bring your own liquor.
But
there is a bottle fee. So BYOB, but there's a bottle fee. $10. That ain't bad. $10, bring my own liquor. I'm cool with that. Setups will be available as well when you get there. Also, the barbecue man is gonna be there, so you can get you some food while you're there as well too. A good grown folk time, so y'all gonna pull up and come hang out with us as well too. We getting some more hats again, so we'll have more hats available and all of the other good stuff. Cocky McFly.
Hey, please make sure that y'all also check us out. We will be at the Rookery, Mississippi on June 20th for the grand opening of that event space. So please check us out there. Oh, you didn't say that? Okay. Check us out there. Also, if you are looking for a Juneteenth event this weekend in the Mississippi Humanities Council in conjunction with Fahrenheit Creative Group, shout out to the employer. We have a great panel discussion entitled "Are We Free?" You can find all those links that we just mentioned on our pages. Just click on that link and just register for that. That's a free event. Also, the Rookery, Mississippi event is also free as well. The 601 Vibes is not free.
Damn sure ain't.
Please go and get your tickets now. Please do not wait to the last minute. I don't want to be taking money at the door. So y'all pull on up and have a great time. I think that is all that I have. Back to you, Merc.
Yeah, obviously we got a lot of stuff going on individually as well too, so make sure you follow us both on social media platforms. You can follow me on all of them at Merc B. Williams. You can follow my brother on Instagram at Cocky McFly. I don't know where he is on his percentage of accepting followers now.
Officially, as of right now, my Instagram page has been public for the last week and a half.
Well, congratulations.
Y'all welcome. I'm not posting nothing for you niggas to see, but vibe controller stuff. But it is public.
Better hurry up and follow.
So you
won't know
can
how long that's
follow.
gonna last.
Please hurry up and follow because I'm tired of triple XXX following me.
Oh, the spam was listen. They
and
count
Promoted on.
Promoted on or the people who want to give me some money. Just send me some money. I don't want no Bitcoin.
Oh, that was that list, the XL or what is it? Whatever trader.
Forex.
The
Yeah,
Forex
the
trader.
Forex trader.
Yeah, they come.
Do you want some Bitcoin? No. Send me some coins, bitch.
I like that. Actually.
Goddamn.
That's good.
That was good.
That
So-
was good. But then,
So yeah, but yeah, follow me. I'm public. You know, I'm trying to be more
Poublé.
up in this thing a little bit. It's real uncomfortable, but you know, success is outside your comfort zone. So we got to get it.
Well, that go to word right there.
Fifth Child.
So yeah,
got
that
an
right.
album
got
dropping
an album
on
dropping.
Juneteenth. Go to fifthchildmusic.com.
Oh, Juneteenth is actually Monday. Okay.
on Monday. Album dropping this Monday. Also, make sure we are recording live from the Briarwood Arts Center.
Live.
Please
Bless my anointing.
follow them on all social media platforms. They have an array of events going on here. Love what you're doing, brother. And
Let us be the first to wish you Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And happy
Thank you.
belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Also, Shamika Reed, if you listening, Stephen Brown needs to be nominated for the Community Service Award.
The Young
next
Gift,
year
yeah.
at the Young
Young
Gift
Gifted
Black.
Empowered. Young Gifted Empowered.
Black, empowered, white, brown.
This man.
Shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just telling you.
Shamika Reed, Stephen Bartholomew Brown need to be nominated.
And we gonna get whenever we start
For the
that back up,
community
we gonna
award.
get you on the podcast. We talked about that as well too. So
We don't need him on. Well, that's fine, but he
no,
need to be
we need him on there.
the winner. Because what this man is doing in the community is God's work, and I'm glad that he chose you to do it. I ain't doing it. I support you.
Because let me tell you, the bums look confused. They probably think somebody finna buy the business.
I
They
be
ain't got
seeing
nowhere-
people out
they
here
used to
now.
the trash.
Steve just got random folk out there now just picking up trash and stuff. The misplaced people. We have to use that word.
Unhoused.
Unhoused.
Oh, unhoused. That's
We got to use
correct term.
our terms. We and that bum. They people.
bums. Big bummy. Steve. Listen. Now brother, Cocky McFly. He gave that was a nice little word he gave. He did what the success is outside the comfort zone. I think you should give us a nugget today, brother. We always end with a nugget, and I think you should be the one to do it. This is a really exciting time for you in your life,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it is.
You done got your freedom.
I got my freedom.
You got the shackles off your feet, so you can dance. He never did. All I said was he got his freedom. I didn't say how.
I can't remember if I said this one when I was a guest on a previous season, but it's important enough to say again, and that is that we are not called to be impressive. We are called to be obedient.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you.
Once you do that, like, God, take care of the rest.
Get them people your cash app. Cause that
Dollar sign Kerry name. That blessed me. It did. Yeah, and look, that's a good place to end it, man. Look, we appreciate y'all as always. You know what I'm saying? I got a new sign now, so I'm gonna do both of them, and then Kerry in. Look, here come. I see the hate on his ass. Nah, I did it actually. Yeah, at a show, and it was great. It was one for the haters, two for the bad. But the signs, like, you got to see the shit though. Like, one for the haters, two for the vibes. Thinking ass, bitch.
I did this.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
When you do it?
I made this shit up.
When you make it up?
I did this shit.
I'm asking you when
on
you
a
made
live.
it up.
No, you did. I did it on a live.
You did this, one for the hater, two for the vibe.
You did
Yes,
that. Nigga, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
We
I did.
got roll the footage.
He
We
did
gotta
roll the
the
footage.
tape.
He just made it up when I said.
No, we can roll it. Let me
He
see.
just made it up when I
You a
said.
motherfucking
You been
liar.
taken from me all my life.
Nigga, I don't take shit. I do everything first.
You been taken from me all my life. I had to fight.
I'm a trendsetter, nigga. I made
Taken
that shit
from
up.
me.
Like in 1984, my Legos.
That was my candy.
You talking about, all right, man. Nigga, I did that shit. You was with me when I did it.
I was not with you.
That's how you did it.
How would I be with you?
I said it. One
Hey, y'all,
fucking
stay
I
up,
knew
stay
you had
blessed, stay
that.
free.
shit. Nigga be stealing, bro.
Who's stealing
Niggas
food?
up
I'ma
these
steal something you didn't
To the
do.
side, because we chilling.
Shit, man.
You got this head.
Yeah.
Man, look, copyright y'all shit, man. 'Cause nigga be robbing.
No, niggas do not.
Niggas do be robbing.
I mean, I don't. Well, let's say this: if you
Copyright you.
would like it that bad, fine.
I'm saying, you can have it. I
I
just
don't.
Just
Hey,
give
hey,
the credit.
yeah.
Give the credit.
I
where
would
it's
give
due.
you your credit if I knew that you said it.
You do know.
How do I know? You can't tell me I know if I don't know. That's stupid.